This video will demonstrate self-manual lymph drainage for decongestion of the right lower extremity with inguinal lymph node involvement. So when you perform self-drainage, it should be performed on bare and dry skin. And so you would want to do it whenever you're getting ready for the day or at the end of the day when you take your clothes off. So you don't want to do it over top of your clothing. You would start off first with deep breathing. I'm going to lay down to demonstrate that. So for deep breathing, you're going to put your hands on your belly with a little bit of pressure, and you're going to breathe in, thinking about making your belly big, making your hands raise up in the air, and then you're going to breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So you would do that about 10 times. After doing your deep breathing, you're going to sit up for the rest of the sequence. So the direction of flow that we're going to facilitate is trying to push the lymph out of the leg up the trunk towards the right axilla, and also across the pelvis towards your left inguinal lymph nodes. So we're going to start with opening the trunk towards the axilla, and you would do that by putting your hand in your armpit and just with very light pressure. You just want to hold the skin and just gently stretch it and relax. Stretch, relax. And you can also do that by pumping a towel underneath your armpit. You could just put a towel under here and just squeeze, squeeze, and do that 5 to 10 times. Okay, so from there, you're going to move your hand down 1 hand width, and you're going to just stretch the skin up towards the armpit. Again, you would normally do this on bare, dry skin, because otherwise I'm just moving my clothes around. And you could use both hands. Then you're going to move down 1 hand width. So it's going to take 3 to 4 hand placements. And basically the pressure that I use is just placing your hand on the skin, just pressing gently, and then pulling the skin upwards. And the important part is to release the skin in between to allow that skin to rebound. It's a pumping motion. So then you'll move down another hand width, and then you're going to do the same thing, stretching the skin up towards the armpit. 5 to 10 times. And then the last one, you're about where your hip bone is, and then you're going to just stretch the skin upwards. Okay, then we can work across the pelvis. And so how to open up the lymph nodes on the left side is you would actually put your hands here in your groin area, and you would do circles there. Just stretch the skin in like a arcing motion. Again, releasing in between each stretch. Again, it should be on bare skin. Okay, an alternative to that is pulling the knee to the chest 10 times. You could do this laying down too. You could actually do any of this laying down if you prefer to lay down and you feel like you can reach your leg in that position. Okay. So once we've opened the lymph nodes in the left groin, we're going to just work across the pelvis. So you would stretch the skin over this way. Then come towards the middle. We're going to stretch the skin again. Perform everything 5 to 10 times. And then a third position over here by your right hip bone, you're going to bring it over. Okay, after preparing the trunk, you can then move on to decongesting the leg. I mean, you can perform this, like I said, laying down with your leg up in the air, if you're able to reach it, or you could stretch your leg out in front of you. If you're not able to get into this position, you could use a chair or stool or even like a footstool and prop your leg up on it. You know, if you can't get it that high, maybe get something a little bit lower that you could prop your leg on. Okay, so to decongest the leg, so the pathway is going to be up and out. So we want to redirect the flow of lymph away from this impaired inguinal area out and detour it out around the hip. So how we'll do that, again, you should be on bare skin here, and you're just going to stretch the skin up over the hip on the outside of the leg. And we're going to keep moving down a hand width with every 5 to 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should be able to get like 3 to 4 hand widths above the knee. So I'm going to work the outside like that. And then we'll come to the inside and just bring that tissue around and up. Scoop it around and up. Move down to hand width. One more. Again, stretch the skin and let it relax. Stretch the skin and let it rebound. Okay, and then we go to the knee. So you can just use both hands and stretch the tissue on the knee. And you're never like digging your fingertips into the tissue. You're using the flat part of your fingers mostly. And go behind the knee and get that area back there. We keep working our way down the leg. Doing the back of the calf and the front of the leg. Now behind the ankle here is an area where swelling really likes to collect, and often I'll get in there and just kind of push on that with my fingertips just to try to break that up, get that moving a little bit. It's a place where you can use your fingertips. And if you've got swelling in the feet, you're gonna keep working your foot upwards. Okay. So after that, I just go back and rework the armpit, a couple of movements, and then, just go back and rework the trunk just once or twice. Cross the pelvis, you can do the groin, again, just to rework it. And then end again with your deep breathing. And you can do the deep breathing and sitting too. I just feel like it's more effective whenever you're laying down to be able to get that belly expansion. Thank you.